Susan Shirk Lecture. He is a two-time Prime Minister of Australia and President of the Asia Society. Dr. Rudd is a statesman, a keen observer of China, and a most influential voice on China and U.S.-China relations. He's also an avid student of China, and you'll notice I said Dr.
This
Rudd
is MJL
because he just
reporting
obtained
over.
his doctoral degree from Oxford this month.
Stand before the court,
congratulations.
Mr. MJ Ultra. Do you proclaim to say that you work for the CIA and nothing but the CIA? So help me God.
Who see things as
So help me God.
One thing
I work with the CIA. Prove it.
Reading Dr. Rudd's
Let's go for a stroll.
which is also on sale here.
Let's go for a car ride.
Is that he is able to see the gray areas, and coming from Australia.
So yeah, that's my 20 seconds of this garbage before I start getting serious. So to get serious, well, if I say get serious, it sounds like Schwarzenegger saying get serious. So it means I should keep up with the gym. I should go for walks.
He really wanted to prove to you that he is clean now.
Yes, good morning again, George. And he claims no drugs right now, but we did talk a lot about his past drug use.
Charlie Sheen has never been more candid about it and makes no excuses for it. He also shared with us some of what really happened that night last month when he was rushed to the hospital after a drug-filled night with porn stars. Your anger and your hate, I think, is coming off as erratic to me. Okay, your passion is coming off as erratic.
Right, well, you borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard. Yeah, because it fires in a way that is, I don't know, maybe not from this particular terrestrial realm.
I think some of those things that you're putting out there are making people think something's wrong with you.
That has nothing to do with me, really. I mean, they're entitled to, I suppose.
Now this is just a journal entry. I've gone for a job with Defence at Pine Gap, and it was a very rushed process applying for the job. So there could be other jobs more suited to me, but I thought I could be an asset because with the changeover of Australia changing hands, that and my cross-pollination of industrial bases, I thought that if I already had my foot through the door, it could be really advantageous. So I sent an email. I've applied today for a job at the Pine Gap and Defence, Australia Defence. I've sent an email to President Xi of China. Asking if we could mirror our industrial bases in China, and stated that USA have been one of our greatest allies and stood strong and by our side. So we'll carry the legacy of them going forward with us. And to mirror our bases in China. But China could be a different prospect. It could be about harnessing spirituality, intergalactic travel, making contact and treaties with extraterrestrials. President Xi starts giggling and says, Marty, if you can work for us and you can donate your samples to them, we'll look after you. We'll look after you. You donate your samples to them, Lucci. donate your samples. He's nothing but a sore ass, literally. He's nothing but a pain in the ass. Well, it's my ass that's sore every morning. A village of Martins and Marcheckers. So I was a little less nervous when the guy rang me back from Pine Gap as opposed to what I was when I rang up. It is a big deal to me. Go behalf the polygraph test. Mike Pompeo slips a note into your pocket, got no idea what it says. He goes, if you feel uncomfortable when they put you on the polygraph test, you've either got a left pocket or right pocket. Both have got notes in it. One is cool story, second one is cooler story, and the third one can be you don't pull any of them out of your pocket and you can say, so help me God. My new aspirations. Making friends with Elon Musk. Making friends with Jeff Bezos. And saying that a lot of these people, man, I'll just sit back. They won't even know. I'll tell you who are the real people and who are the bad people. And that's it from being a bouncer, head security guard, having a title, having a face of a nightclub, the only security guard, having a business, even though it was more suited a headache than anything else. I realised people wanted to know you on status and status alone, and were very unoccupied or very unorientated in knowing the real you. And so I guess I want to have as many children as I can. Every mother should have a lookalike like me. And it can be a free ride, but it's more so what I'm looking forward to is starting off as asexual. I'm saying that let's build a core, let's build an understanding that's deep, and so that, you know, it's more than just some things of a release.
And if you could be treated to what you've been treated to already with my unconscious behaviour, then you can wait another year to be Buddhist like me. So that means our whole life will be spot on. Going to wear these hearing aids. It's going to monitor everyone that you bump into, every conversation that you talk about. There's no really right or wrong answer. Any perceived wrong answer will just get an intervention. But more so that you want to feel happy with it at the end. Cleo and goes, tell us about the Adam and Eve war, Martin. Well, the snake slithered up and said, have the mushrooms, sex is really great. They take the mushrooms because they're hungry. Already were told you could eat them, so they ate them. They start seeing light, they start having epiphanies. Snakes and bees and everything start talking, saying, sex is really good on the mushroom. And then Eve says, just slaps at him and says, so we have children? Our children are going to have children with our children, or we're going to have children with our children? We're going on strike. 2 people to procreate the world. Putin says what countries go all in, get samples. But it's about the whole of the core to make a decision on that. It's not just giving it access to the cheerleading squad or the best model squad. It's someone that has been selected and elected, that has the traits and the morals and the ability to go forwards in this. And beauty is within. Some days you can have your awesome days, some days you can have your bad days. But it's your internalization, how you feel from the inside, that determines how you look on the outside. And there's going to be a lot of money that's going to have to be donated. Mike goes, George is really happy that you've said that because that's why he felt so uncomfortable about it. He goes, well, George got himself into a bit of a sticky position saying about Obama. And at the end of the day, if we've got to go after you, we've got to go after 1 trillion people. And at the end of the day, it was just going to end up in one big massive war. People dropping like flies. A lot of panic, a lot of distress. A lot of people ringing them on the phone, they're there but no one's home. And go, what the fuck? Man, I ring him, he's home. I knock on his door, he's not there. He's just turned good. I realise I'm out of my depth. I can't read, I can't write. So I need to be a role model for the police force. And I need the police force to assign with a good pharmaceutical company. CIA say we could put them through a watered down MK Ultra in a controlled environment. We'll give them a heads up, they'll get 130%, not a 30% increase, but 130% increase. But they have to work 300% more effective and efficiently and harder. So it'll be rewarding. We're getting 300% more troops from Japan, India, UK, French and Germany. Russia rings in and says, hey guys, if you're going to be set up, you're actually the worst person if you go ahead with it. And you actually feel energy from it.
So low. Na, 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 na.
It is unprovable of any event to say it was them, it was them.
La da da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Coincidences?
Dee dee dee. La da 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 da.
If you're going to be a police officer and enter into the vault of the evidence room, you want to write your conclusion and every 4 hours summarise your conclusion. First conclusion, 20 pages. Next conclusion, 10 pages of dot points. 2 pages of 3 dot points and their definition out of the dictionary and form it into a sentence.
It has to make sense when you're on and when you're off. And you've got to say, is it good to have this guy as an asset, or is to have this guy
when did the Albanese government first become aware of concerns
a squeaky wheel
Solomon Islands government
that's been tormented
about
enough
its
by us
financial capacity
that's
to
beyond our need to know,
on schedule in
and
2023?
Thank you, Senator
to say that some of us
thank you.
we're going live.
And I thank the Senator for the first Foreign Affairs question in this Parliament. I appreciate his interest in Solomon Islands, and obviously it's a matter of record what occurred in relation to the Solomon Islands under the previous government.
Solo Man's Island. Solo! It was him! Solo!
You will not pay any price for gas anymore. We have qualified such a price cap.
No.
So obviously, the question goes to when does the Australian government become aware of capacity?
And today, compared to March,
to engage in an election.
Member
I would just make the point that
The penny was wrong.
states are open now for it, more member states are open for it, and we are better
Said look
prepared.
up.
Such a cap on gas prices must be designed properly to ensure security of supply, and it is a temporary solution to cater for the fact
Knowing
that the TTF,
marching
that is
soldiers.
our main price benchmark, is no longer representative for our market. This TTF benchmark reflects or mirrors a lot pipeline gas. But in the last 7 months, we have, because we wanted to get rid of the dependency on Russian gas, we have increased a lot the LNG market. And this LNG market is not properly reflected in the TTF. So, introducing a cap on gas overall is a temporary solution until we will have a new EU price index developed that ensures a better functioning of the market. And the Commission has already started to work on this. Honourable members, these are far-reaching measures. And I wholeheartedly agree with you. When you say in the resolution you will vote on today that exceptional times require exceptional measures where the Union needs to act as jointly and as united as ever. In pursuing our action, two same things remain paramount. That is action in unity and action in solidarity. If I look at our single market, we really need to protect the fundamentals of our economy and in particular our single market. The single market is the strength of our European Union, and this is where the wealth of the European Union comes from. Without a common European solution, we risk fragmentation. If every member state goes on its own, we have fragmentation we don't want, and we have to do something against it.
And therefore it is so paramount
I think she's doing
that
a
we
good job.
preserve
She's not
a
making it
level
up.
playing field within the European Union and our single market. Every member state
She's a good
is benefiting
representative.
from
She's a
it.
good
As I said, the
candidate.
wealth comes from our
They're both good candidates.
an offer that has
Who have
been
creating this discussion today.
We have developed a crucial instrument.
Minister
They said bygone, it said Biden.
That's what we're working on since 7 months. Repower EU will allow instant governance structure. It will allow investment, infrastructure, for example, interconnectors, for example, renewables. But it also allows, and that's important, to support business or household, energy efficiency,
and a direct interference in foreign governments' domestic affairs.
for the companies, the businesses that have to do the transition.
which is held
boost e-powers with national European funding. This way. All European states.
That is the nature of